Okay, so let's get this thing unpacked, shall we? So this has just arrived, and from Nite watches. So let's just get that out the way. Okay. So this is new Nite watches. The box, fantastic, nice looking box with the Nite logo there on the front that you can just about see. So, okay, what have we got here? All right, so we'll come back to that in a second. So we've got some information there. Okay, so here's the watch in its case. So this is the Nite Hawk FJORD watch. Sort of relatively new, I think, in terms of their products. And first glances, it looks pretty awesome. So this is started as a sort of a military inspired watch. It's certainly the sort of watch when I was in the military. I spent nearly 10 years as a Royal Marines commando, and this would have been the sort of watch, well, if I'd have had this watch, it would have been absolutely amazing, but this would have been the sort of watch that certainly I would have wanted to wear. Now it's an all-terrain watch, so I'm going to be using this watch out in the mountains, working in the mountains as a mountain guide, mountain leader, and as a mountain medic. So let's see if we can take the watch out. Okay, so what do we have in the bottom there? Okay, that's a clip there, not quite sure what that is, but it's got the Nite logo on it. All right, so here it is. Let's take this seal off as well. Awesome. All right, so this is the, as I say, the Nite Hawk FJORD watch. Try not to get my reflection in. So what you can see here is it's a black watch. Most things military wise are either black or green, because you don't want to be wandering around with something bright orange if you're in the field. You want to blend in a little bit. So this is a black dial. It's got the little sort of blue accents on it, as you can see. I think this also comes in orange as well. So if orange is your preferred, but I think I quite like the blue. You can see I like the numbers. A lot of watches these days don't come with numbers, funnily enough. They come with just Roman numerals, but I like having and seeing the numbers and the blue accents. I think that comes sort of across really well, and you can see the date just in the bottom right hand corner there. That's a sort of a unidirectional bezel, so it will click one way and then won't click back the other way, which I think is pretty cool. The watch itself is, according to sort of Hawk's website, you know, this particular watch, the actual case size is 51mm in diameter, so it's quite a big watch, quite a chunky watch. I'll put it on my wrist in a minute. And the dial size is 41. It's actually 41mm, and it's also got a waterproofing down to about 200 meters, and the battery life of, they say, 10 years. So hopefully that's as they say, like a decade of adventure, really. This is the cap here, the crown type, so that's a screw down one, so I'll unscrew it in order to sort of change the time. And the straps come, this is a webbing strap, so for me, when I'm out in the field, when I'm working, I do prefer the webbing straps. They seem to be a lot stronger. I've had watches in the past where the silicone straps will and can sort of eventually break. But they do replacement straps, which is great. This is the webbing one, obviously, and they also do a black rubber one and a black steel bracelet as well. So that's really good. The features of the watch are, I'm going to put it on as I'm talking. Let's try and get it on. The features of the watch. Let's see if we can get this on. Excuse me a minute while I just use that to lean on. Trying to get the camera in the way as I'm doing it. So the features of the watch are, it's got that Tritium Illumination, so it's that constant glow in the dark. So if you ever had a watch that glows in the dark. Sometimes you used to have to power it up and then it will glow in the dark, which is really rather annoying, but they assure me that this one will glow in the dark, so there's no external power needed, which is really cool. So if you are out doing things like I do, working in the mountains at night navigation, you need to know the time, or you need to use your watch in order to maybe even navigate sometimes, then you know, it's important that that glow is constant. So it's got this sapphire crystal here, so it's ultra scratch resistant. It's got sort of anti-reflective layers as well, so that's really cool. And the whole sort of casing, if you like, is really light. Actually feels really light. If you're used to sort of some of the heavier watches, particularly sort of smart watches and things like that, like your Garmin's, feels really heavy, but this actually feels really light on my wrist, which is quite cool, really. So that's a sort of a reinforced polycarbonate casing there, so it's pretty tough, you know, particularly if you're going to be using this as I am out in the mountains, whether in this country, you know, up in Scottish winters, or whether that's abroad and things like that. So you need a tough watch for that. The actual sort of movement inside the watch is Swiss made, so it's a Swiss made movement. So if I just show you that really nice webbing strap there, so I'm going to take that back off again and just have a look at the back of the watch. So you can't quite see the back of the watch, but with the case on, but if you go onto the site, you'll see that's also got the actual logo on the back as well, so that's really good. These buckles feel really nice and strong, and in the past with other brands of watches I've had problems with these, where these are just sort of broken, so that feels pretty tough metal there. And the actual metal parts here again feel pretty tough, so that's really cool. Sorry, if you're getting the reflection of my phone in this. Let's just bring this up a little closer, so it's, there we go, and you can see the watch close up there, which is lovely. So this is the Nite Hawk Fjord, one of the newer watches out. I'm going to really look forward to using this over the next certainly a few years anyway. Hopefully the battery will last for 10 years and we'll have a decade of fun out of it. If I just put that back down for the moment, so we've got important instructions and things through here, which we can all sort of look at later. That's fine, don't need to know that. And then what they've sent as well is, looks like they've sent a extra, let's just open it, shall we? Let's yeah, so that's great. So they have actually sent me an extra webbing strap as well, so I certainly don't envisage that strap breaking for a while anyway, but they have sent me an extra one, which is really cool. Okay, so either or, I'll probably keep that one in the box for a while, because I do like the blue on that, and maybe in the future, if I get a little bit bored with the webbing strap, I might go for, you know, one of the rubber ones, but for the time being, that's really good. So that's the new, or one of the new anyway, Nite Hawk Fjords, and I'm really proud to be associating them wearing this particular watch.